Most people work 9 to 5 and trade 5 days of work for 2 days of time. They literally give close to 4 months a year of their income to the government in taxes, meaning that in a year's time, you are only making 8 of the 12 months of your salary.
When we started to realize that and started to value our time, our mentality changed and our thoughts changed to how can we work less, make more money, and have more time to do what we want to do. And most importantly, have time to do what we want to do is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Today, we wake up every day and do whatever we want. We work for ourselves, and we get to spend quality time with our family and travel the United States. It's actually pretty awesome.
So I was in healthcare for 20 years, and every patient that I talked to that I had the opportunity to sit by them when they were passing away, all of them had one thing in common. All of them said that they wish they had more time. None of them said, I wish I had a PhD, wrote more books, or had more money. They all wanted more time to do the things they loved with their friends and their families. And that changed my money mindset.
Mommy.
Some people say once I get more money, then I'll start budgeting better. Or once I get more money, then I will be able to manage my money better. Or they say, I just don't make enough. Or I just don't have enough money to invest.
The reality is that if you can't manage $1,000, you won't be able to manage $10,000 or even $100,000. Money is a tool, and if you don't change your mindset about it and start learning, you're going to blow through your money whether or not you have a little or a lot. Stop making excuses and saying things like,
I'll never have enough money to do that.
I'll never get out of debt.
People like me don't make that kind of money.
I'll never make as much as so-and-so.
I have way too many kids to be able to save or make anything to do with my money.
How can I afford it, or how can I afford that? All of these words are limiting. There's so much power in our tongues. What we say about things become a reality. Do you want to know why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor? Hey neighbor,
Hey,
how's it going?
it's going good.
So I have a question. You
Yeah.
have small kids, right?
I do have small kids.
So are you still working from the road?
Are we still working, Trin? No. We're
We're going to go playground.
We're gonna go to the playground and we're retired. I'll never forget being at the zoo one day, and I noticed this small little 4-foot fence that separated me from this interesting looking animal called gazelle. When I started reading about these gazelles, I read that it could leap as high as 15 feet and could reach speeds of up to 60 miles per hour in short bursts, and sustain speeds of 30 to 40 miles an hour. And at that moment, I literally backed up from that puny little 4-foot fence, realizing this incredible creature's capability. But then I also recognized that that poor gazelle had no clue of its full potential, because it had been raised in a zoo versus raised in its natural habitat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what our society has done to us, and we were created for so much more. We limit ourselves and doubt ourselves, and unfortunately, don't believe in ourselves. We see this huge 4-foot barrier when we have the natural ability to jump 3 times the height, yet we live in fear. We must live a life without limitations, because all things are possible to those who believe. You have 2 options: to push your limits or to suffocate in your comfort zone.
So how do you get out of this comfort zone and change your mindset? This brings us to our next point.
Hey, I heard you retired.
Yep, we are.
Did you get some kind of inheritance or something?
Absolutely not.
How's that even possible?
Well, it's called saving, investing, and saving. Spend more time working on you and less time worrying about others. This is the number one thing that you can do. Everything is dependent on this. You must look into the mirror and make the improvements that are needed. You can change to have a victim mentality or a victor mentality. Hanging out with people who inspire you and push you to become a better version of you is our last mindset change.
You must build a team around you. The saying goes, you are the sum of the 5 people closest to you. You only become a better version of you when you have others that push you to that next level and help become the man or woman that God created you to be.
I think this is one of the most amazing things about a healthy marriage. I discovered this with my relationship with Heidi. It is like a blacksmith who puts an imperfect piece of metal into a fire. What happens is within that fire, that metal, all of the imperfections and dross melt off. And when it is pulled out, the result is that this piece of metal is in its most raw and perfect form. Similar to the way true friends and your marriage should melt away all of your imperfections. Because if you think about it, who knows you better? The people that are closest to you. One of my most favorite phrases is that a true friend is someone who knows you to know you.
When we look back on our lives, it was the words that we chose to use and the words that we constantly told each other that changed us the most. Brian always would tell others that we were going to retire early, and we did, and we are not blessed more than we deserve, and now we just want to give back. Our desire is to inspire you, to show you that you too can do anything that your heart desires.
We challenge you to take that leap. Prove it to yourself that you can jump 3 times higher than what is in front of you. And if you don't succeed, try again.
Please comment below or ask us any questions that you would like, and always let us know what else you would like to talk about.
Shh. Our next video is all about Heidi's birthday surprise in Colorado. I am so excited for you to see it. It's going to be so amazing. I can't wait for you to see it.